What's up, guys? This is going to be the long-awaited Tian interview. Top esports Tian, one of the best junglers in LPL, one of the best junglers in the world right now, and the MVP of the LPL. There was some issues in recording this. This is the first time that we've tried to record remotely with a player, and there was internet issues. There was some drop frames, things like that. There was times where I couldn't hear the interviewer, I couldn't hear the response, or I had to repeat questions. So we tried to edit it as best we can to still make it into at least something watchable. Also, this is my first time interviewing a foreign pro player, and one thing that I learned is that in LPL they are much less willing to compare players or talk about which players could be potentially the best in the region. So some of the questions that I actually asked ended up being edited out, or they kind of fell flat, didn't really get the answer I was looking for. This is essentially just a trial run of me attempting to interview a foreign pro player, and we're just going to see how it goes. In the future, we're going to take precautions to try to make it easier to record. We'll try to sort out some of the issues that we had with frame rate. We tried to record it on Chinese Zoom. We might end up using different things in the future to record the video, but yeah, this is our test run. We tried to at least get a couple questions out, and it was just pretty much fun to meet Tian and be able to interact with him, show him some of the memes from the community, the IWD GOAT meme that we have in chat where his face turns into my face, and a lot of people in the tweet that I released where I asked what I should ask him in the interview said that they wanted to see his reaction to my kha'zix play, so we got that as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy the interview. It was a little bit scuffed, admittedly, but at least we got the content done. We got it out there, so hopefully you guys enjoy the video.
这个刚刚我看过，再看一遍也行。这个我看过，对，我看过。
Okay, so my first question: after 2021, you had health issues. So how are you feeling at the moment in terms of like physical, mental health? Because the form looks really good, so it looks like you're back to yourself in terms of gameplay. But just how do you feel as a person? Like, how does your body feel, you know, mentally and physically?
2021年的话，感觉是没有准备的太完全好吧，就是当时自己可能就是我也不知道怎么说，反正就是那种没有做足准备的感觉吧。就但是也是硬着，还是能够打的。然后觉得当时是对赛场的渴望比其他问题要大一点。然后2022年的话，首先我并不觉得自己现在处在一个非常巅峰的状态吧。我觉得自己比起之前的话，应该是确实是有很多地方都有进步的。今年的话，感觉心态上更加好了。
Okay. And then that leads into my next question, which is after his result in 2021, people were speculating if he was going to take a step back, if he wanted to continue playing. Like, would he physically be able to compete, I guess would be my question. And then in 2022, he immediately joined Top Esports. So with such a great career, you know, he's a finals MVP, world final champion, obviously, and, you know, he's won LPL. What made him want to continue going as a pro player?
我觉得不光是大家吧，我对自己也有很高的期待吧。就是我觉得去年的结果不足以让我满足，然后之前的成绩也就是不能够太表什么。我觉得要成为比较好的选手的话，就是要一直保持在一个高水准嘛。然后今年加入滔博也是为了成绩来的。
Makes sense. Right now, it seems like it's different than in previous seasons. It feels extremely hard to like punish enemy junglers. We're seeing different styles of play come out from junglers. We're not seeing as much invading, and even when invades happen, they don't really put the jungler super far behind. So how does he feel about the current way that the game is designed? How does the jungle feel to him, where you can't really punish a jungler the same way that you could in previous seasons?
我觉得这个版本的打野就是更多在队内要承担一些工具的角色，就是他要带起整个队伍的节奏，然后联动在一起，这样会比较好。相比于之前，就是各种有机会 carry 的英雄，像佛耶哥和瞎子，比起春季赛出场率也变低了很多嘛。这个版本的话，大概就是功能性为主，然后以团队为主。
Sounds good. The next champion I wanted to ask about is Vi coming in, because Vi had very few changes. Like, there was almost no changes to Vi in recent times, and Vi went from having almost no priority and no usability to being one of the highest priority junglers in the game. Like, you're seeing Vi played into pretty much all mobility champions, And I wanted to ask him what he thinks about Vi coming in. Does he think that Vi was slept on before, or does he think that it's just a perfect champion now because of the state of the jungle?
我觉得首先这个版本的话，之前强势的打野都有遭到一些削弱，然后为这个英雄，它的特点就是 Q 能穿墙，然后大招是非常稳定的控制，就是队友非常好配合，这2点就，而且他 solo 1v1能力也不错，就是这些都是他的优点嘛。魏的话是个强开比较强的英雄，如果队友很好配合的话，他就是比较容易把团战打起来。
Sounds good. Sounds good. So I guess the next question I have is that, recently we've been seeing import junglers struggle a bit in LPL. And I wanted to ask what his opinions are on Korean junglers playing in the LPL, because it seems like they'll look good in Korea and international tournaments, but in the LPL, it doesn't seem like Korean junglers have been thriving as much.
其实我觉得 LPL 打野位置是一个非常卷的位置吧，就是有很多年轻的选手上场，他的发挥也很好，然后有很多就是就是年纪可能比较大的选手，他的发挥也一样很稳定。我觉得 LPL 打野位是非常卷的。然后像年轻的选手的话，我觉得重要的是他们就比较敢打吧，然后可能有的时候是优点，有的时候也是缺点，就看队伍和版本。
I mean, I just want to ask specifically, as a player in the LPL, what jungler does he feel the most pressure playing against? Like, who is the hardest jungler for him to play against? Who does he feel like has the best ideas of how to command a lead in the jungle?
我觉得 LPL 有非常多的打野优秀的选手，就是我觉得跟大家交手的时候都是不一样的体验嘛，就每个选手都有每个选手的特点，我觉得大家都打得很好吧。然后要说要有最特别的话，感觉就是风格不一样的那种选手。
Is there anyone specifically that he feels like has this unique style that is difficult to play against?
如果说打法比较特别的话，应该是少芬吧，就他的打法就是我觉得是比较多变的，而且他的应用池非常广。
Cool. Yeah, I like that. Who does he feel like is the biggest threat to top esports? I mean, they beat almost everyone in LPL. The 2 losses that they had were JDG at the beginning of the season and V5 recently. So what team does he think is the strongest and has the highest chance of beating top in the playoffs this split?
我不知道，我不知道，但是我觉得只要能进入4强的话，每一支队伍都是很有机会夺冠的。
All right. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all I've got. Last thing is just tell Tian that I hope he likes, American food, because, Worlds in America this year. So hopefully, he's here for a while and he can eat a lot of it.
Thank you.